Hi yogis and welcome to class. I am Emily. In today's flow we are going to work on our forearms a lot. So this will build strength in your core but also in your shoulders, and also we're going to work on opening your chest just a little bit. So just find your way into child's pose where we will begin today. So make your big toes come to touch and spread your knees wide and just snuggle forward. Rest your forehead onto the mat. Just start by taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And feel how every inhale creates length all along your spine. And with every exhale, let your hips just sink slightly more towards your heel to really enhance that lengthening feeling. Firmly press your fingertips to the mat. And start to engage your core here by drawing your navel up and back. And with every exhale, make that activation just a little bit more and lift your pelvic floor up. If you want to set an intention for class, maybe one of gratitude or of just being present for these following 30 minutes or so, I welcome you to do that now. One more breath of stillness. With your next inhale, lift your gaze and gaze towards your fingertips. Squeeze your core and press firmly down through your fingertips and lift yourself up to all fours. You can climb your knees so they become hip-width apart and place your hands just underneath your shoulders, pressing firmly down through your fingertips, spreading just slightly between your shoulder blades. Engage your core. Make sure that your knees are underneath your hips. And with your next inhale, I want you to drop your belly and lift your tail. Lift your gaze up and forward. Press your chest in between your shoulders at the same time as you lean back or kind of sit back towards your heels. With your exhale, round forward, gaze towards your navel, press the mat away. We're still early in the practice, so make these movements just come slowly and gently to your body. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, sit back. But as we start to move, try to find a little bit more activation all along your spine and a little bit more expansion in your chest every time that we move with the breath. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale forward and just stop. Find a neutral spine and just to warm up our wrist just slightly, turn your hands so that your fingers are facing towards the sides of the mat. Press the mat away and then just sway from side to side. And as you lean into one hand, press down through that hand, press the mat away to really find the activation in your wrists. Once more, each side. And stop in the middle. Turn your fingers back to face the front. And from here, we're just going to climb down to our forearms. So climb down to your forearms, spread your fingers wide. Make sure that your elbows are just up underneath your shoulders and step back into a low plank position. Just as in high plank, press up between the shoulder blades. Press the mat away through your forearms. Untuck your tail. Oh, tuck your tail, sorry. And really activate throughout your legs. Press out through your heels. And from here, I want you to lift your right leg up. Draw your right knee in towards your right elbow, or actually armpit. Stretch it back out with an inhale. Exhale, cross the knee under. Inhale, back out. Exhale, armpit. Inhale, out. Exhale, under. 2 more. Inhale, out. Armpit. Under. Armpit. And under. Switch legs. So find your low plank again. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, armpit. Inhale. Stretch it back. And exhale, cross under. Inhale, switch back. Armpit. Stretch out. Exhale, cross under. Inhale. Exhale, armpit. Cross under. 2 more. Armpit. Cross under. These ones are tough. Armpit. And cross under. And find your low plank again. Press the mat away. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Lower your knees down. And come back to a child's pose. Now we have warmed up our core. So it is activated and ready to support us throughout this class. I always keep nagging about how you should let your core support you and center you throughout the class by activating the low part of the core, lifting your pelvic floor. But I promise you that is something that will really elevate your practice by finding that stability and that activation. Inhale, lift your gaze forward, gaze towards your hands. Come all the way up to all fours. Bring your knees to hip width apart. Inhale, tuck your toes, squeeze your core, and exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Press the mat firmly away from you, lift your hips, lift your sitting bones, squeeze your core, and just start by pedaling out your legs for a bit. Always feels good to find some length and some activation on the back of our legs. And you can lift both heels and then just drop your heels over towards me and let your butt follow so it really drops down to the same side as your heels. Inhale, back to your toes, exhale to the other side. Once more each side. And come back to center. Inhale, exhale, lower your heels as far towards the mat as they go. Inhale, come high up on your toes, gaze towards your navel, and press the mat away, round your back, come all the way forward into high plank. Exhale, lift your sitting bones and roll all the way back to downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Inhale, wave forward. And exhale, wave it back. Inhale, wave forward. Really round your spine, and as you exhale and wave it back, engage all along your spine. And let's do one more. It's so nice. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, wave it back. Find stillness in downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up on your toes, gaze in between your hands, bend your knees, and since this is the first time, take a big step to the top of the mat. Make your feet land about hip width apart, and just grab hold of opposite elbow, hang down, lean into your toes, lift your sitting bones up, 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 And just lean a little bit more forward. Press the mat away through your feet. That will really, really enable you to lift your sitting bones even higher and find even more length on the back of your legs. Let go of your elbows and inhale to a flat back. Lower your shoulders down your spine, engage your core, exhale to fold back. Inhale, sweep all the way up, bring your arms up, see your palms touch, exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep up, gaze up. Exhale, fold from your hips all the way down, lean into your toes. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, place your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze towards the navel, round your big wave forward to high plank. Exhale, wave it back. Once more, wave forward. And exhale, wave it back. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg up and back. Exhale, draw your knee to your chest. Put your weight into your hands and really squeeze that knee up towards your chest. Gaze between your hands and press the mat away. Create as much space as you can between your upper body and the mat. Exhale, your foot in between your hands. Lower the sole of your left foot down. Lower your hips. Find stability. Draw your feet together. Sweep your arms up. Warrior two. Find stillness in your gaze. Press firmly out through the pinky toe side of the back foot. And press the front knee towards the pinky toe edge of that foot. Lower your shoulders down. Squeeze your core. Lift your pelvic floor. From here, I want you to heel toe your back foot in slightly and gaze just in front of your front foot. Lean into your front foot. Let your fingertips find the floor and just press yourself up to Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon pose. Open the chest. Press out through your back foot. Flex the back foot. Just imagine you have like a wall there that you kind of press away. Stretch up from your right fingertips to your left fingertips. And if you want to challenge yourself with the balance, shift your gaze either to the side, let's see if I can do it, or up, which is the most challenging. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend the front knee back again, and gently, as controlled as you can, try to land all the way back to warrior two. Inhale, exhale, frame your front foot. Come up to the heels on the back foot, step back, high plank. Inhale, weight forward. Our first chaturanga, lower slowly, as slow as you can. Squeeze your elbows in, hold it, and gently land. Untuck the toes. Low cobra, so hands underneath your shoulders. Engage the lower part of your body, your glutes, your legs. Inhale, roll up. Lower your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, all the way back down. Engage your legs, tuck the toes. Inhale, exhale, press back up. High plank all the way back to downward facing dog. Great work, you guys. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Find space to actually be able to place the foot in between your hands. Lower your back foot down. Find stability. Press the mat away. Engage your legs. Sweep up. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Hold it for a couple of breaths. Keep your gaze still. Engage down through your legs, through the soles of your feet. Lower just a little bit more. Stay centered in between your foot. And now just heel to your back foot in slightly. Find that point where you want to land. Bend the front knee, fingertips find the floor. Sweep up, Ardha Chandrasana. Lift up, open your chest. Press out through the back heel. Really engage both legs here equally. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Land as softly as you can. Back into warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. Windmill your hands down. Step back to high plank. Inhale, weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly, all the way down. Hold it. And land, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Engage the entire backside. Exhale, down, tuck your toes. Press back up, high plank. And all the way back to downward facing dog. Great work, you guys. Inhale, come high up on your toes, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees, jump or step, float, fly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, gaze up, see your palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Great work, you guys. Take a couple of breaths. Return to your intention if you set one. Return to your breath and to your heartbeat. If your eyes were closed, blink them open. Inhale, sweep your arms up, gaze up, see your palms touch. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high up on your toes, gaze towards your navel, that big wave forward. All the way to high plank. Exhale, wave it back. Lift your tail. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, wave it back one more time. Inhale, wave forward. And exhale, all the way back. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, place the foot in between your hands, but really make it controlled. Lower your back foot down, bend that front leg, sweep your arms up. Warrior two. Find stillness in your gaze. Press firmly down through your feet. Lower just a little bit more. And then heel to your back foot in slightly. Find the floor with your fingertips. Press through your front foot enough so that your back leg lifts off the floor. Press out through your back foot. Open your chest to the side. Inhale. Squeeze your core. Exhale. Lower. Gently back down. Warrior two. With your next inhale, sweep your back arm forward and come up to your toes on your back foot and find a high lunge. Both arms towards the ceiling. Inhale, create length along your side body. Exhale, lower down. With your next inhale, lean forward into your top front leg and really engage that leg. Press down through that foot and let your back foot lift into warrior three. Great work, you guys. If this is too much for the arms, you can keep your hands in front of your heart. But if you want the challenge, just keep them forward. Lift the back leg just a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. Lower both feet to the mat and fold in. Just a couple of seconds of rest. From here, lean into your left right leg again, sorry, and lift your left leg all the way back up into standing split. If you feel like taking a couple of jumps, hops into your handstand, you can feel free to do that here. You can just see if you get some hang time. Or if you just take a couple of hops, whatever you feel like today. Or you can just stay and work in your standing split by lifting your back leg up, 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 pressing down through that standing foot. Inhale. And from here, lower your back leg far behind you, the toes to the mat. Lower your hips down. Place your left palm to the mat. Inhale. Sweep your right arm up for a gentle twist. Gaze up and see if you can gaze towards your fingers with your left eye. Lower your hips even more. Press out through that back activated leg. Inhale. And from here, I want you to lower your turn both feet so they point to the right. And make sure that your entire foot of your left foot, the sole of the foot of the left foot, is in touch with the mat. This makes stability so much better. And then just tap your foot all the way back and find a side plank. Lift your hip up, press down through your hand and your foot. Open your chest, inhale, exhale. Lower your right forearm to the mat and just turn all the way around and find a low side plank. Here you can actually turn the hand in slightly. You don't have to have it just facing forward. You can turn it in so you get more stability. Sweep your left arm up. Lift your hip. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your left forearm to the mat and come to a low plank. A forearm plank. Press up between your shoulder blades. Spread your fingers wide. Super active legs. And just tip-a-toe. From here, start to walk your feet in towards your elbows. So all the way as far as you can, and then walk them back out again. Once more like that. Walk them back in. And when you find the end of your walk, just try to lower your heels towards the mat. Gaze towards your knees, press the mat away, and try to keep some distance between your ears and your shoulders. Try to press your chest towards your knees. Lift your sitting bones up. You can be high on the toes with bent knees. This will just be as good, and you will still build the strength through your shoulders. One more inhale. One more exhale, and then gently walk it back. All the way back to your forearm plank. And then exhale, lower down. Everything to the mat. Slide your arms forward, just slightly so that your elbows are just underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest. Kind of use your hands to kind of pull back towards the mat. So you can really bring your chest in between your shoulders. Lower your shoulder blades down. Squeeze them together. Stretch your entire front side. Inhale, exhale. Slide your hands back so that you can press yourself back to a child's pose. Beautiful, you guys. We got one more side to go. So, with your next inhale, gaze towards your hands. Come back to a all fours. Place your knees hip width apart. Hands ready to press the mat away. Inhale, tuck your toes, engage your core, and exhale. Lift yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward like a big wave, and exhale, wave it all the way back to downward facing dog. 2 more times, wave forward. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale to wave forward. Exhale, all the way back. With your next inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee in between to the chest and foot in between your hand. Lower your back foot down. Find stability down through the soles of your feet. Inhale, sweep up, warrior two. Exhale, just sink down. And heel toe your back foot in. Find the floor with your left fingertips. Press down through your left foot, just enough so that your back leg is lifting up into the half moon pose. Press the mat away with the sole of your foot and press out through your back foot. Flex the foot and imagine there is a wall that you are pressing away from. Open the chest just a little bit more to the side. Inhale. Exhale, lower slowly back to warrior two. Inhale, sweep the back arm forward and find a high lunge. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, create length. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lean forward into your front leg. Press the mat away and come up to warrior three. Your back toes are pointing down towards the mat. The foot is flexed. Inhale. And exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lower both feet down, but hip width apart, and just exhale into Uttanasana, a forward fold. A little breather here. Inhale, engage your core and shift your weight into your left leg to sweep your right leg all the way back up. And here we are in the standing split, so you can stay here and work with lifting your leg a little bit higher. Or if you took a couple of handstand hops on the other side, I encourage you to do the same on this side. As always, remember, it's the bottom leg that does the hopping and the top leg is just it's just following. And lower down. Inhale. And as you exhale, lower your back foot really far down, far behind you. And place your front foot closer to your right hand. Lower your hip down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Gentle twist. Don't forget to activate the back leg. Press out through the heel. And from here, turn all your toes to face the left side of the mat. You can gently start walking your top leg back. We can bend down to make sure that the back foot is in touch with the mat. And then gently lift up into side plank. You can have your feet just like on a line, or you can stack them. Lift your hips. Maybe lift your gaze. Inhale. And exhale. Lower your left forearm to the mat and come all the way over into a forearm side plank. Lift the hips. Right arm is up. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm to the mat and roll all the way over to a forearm plank. Find your stability, and just as before, start making super small steps, tippy toe steps towards your elbows. Gaze towards your knees when you reach the top, and then tippy-toe your way all the way back to your forearm plank. Then gaze. You have to shift your gaze here, so when you're in the forearm plank, the gaze is between the hands. And then when you start walking in again, gaze shifts automatically to the knees. Inhale, lift your sitting bones. Exhale, try to lower your heels. Press the mat away, press your chest towards your knees. Find space between your ears and your shoulders. One more inhale. And exhale, walk all the way back. Your mini steps. Forearm plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. And find Sphinx pose. Slide your hands and arms forward. Inhale. Bring your chest in between your shoulders. Lift your gaze. And exhale, make your way to a child's pose. Great work, you guys. Inhale, gaze forward. Come to all fours. And just come through so that you can find your way to your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Spread your arms wide. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop your knees to the right. Your right hand can come to the outside of your left thigh and gaze over your left shoulder. Make your hips heavy so that you really come into this beautiful and nice rotation of your spine. Spread your arms again and inhale, squeeze your core. Exhale, bring your knees to center and just over to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder. And if you took some help from that hand on the outside of the thigh, you can do that on this side. Once again, make your hips heavy. Inhale, back to center. Give your legs a squeeze. Just a short one in Happy Baby's pose, so soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Grab hold of the outside of your feet and just gently bring your knees towards your armpits at the same time as you find resistance, so that you kind of press your feet up to your hands. Entire spine is in contact with the mat. Inhale and exhale, let go, and just slide your legs forward into a Shavasana. Place your feet about mat width apart. And with your next exhale, just let everything go. Let your feet fall out to the sides. Let your shoulders just melt out over the mat. Release any tensions in your belly, in your legs, in your arms. Just take a short moment and enjoy being completely still. Let this moment of stillness be the reward for this practice, for the effort you put in physically and mentally. Enjoy the feeling of your heartbeat slowing down And the feeling of your breath just returning to its regular pace, just flowing in and out of your body without any resistance. You can stay in this Shavasana for as long as you please. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you soon again.